Hello, Hank Hawkeye fans. Okay, so last video we finally maxed out on our Foxbat. Now, let me tell you some interesting things about this situation here. First off, we've only pursued a small part of the Bountiful Vista quest of building out this base to the max the Spanner has in mind. But we really don't need anything else from this base. He might eventually want to build a shipyard, but we have the best ship in the game. Other playthroughs will go over the shipyard he builds. I'm not gonna, if you go that route with him, I'm not gonna get into that. And it's only been just under 24 hours, probably over a week that we've been playing. Not bad. Definitely a game that respects your time. Anyway, it could be 10 days even. I'd have to look it up. But I can't look it up while I'm recording. So, that's, at least when we started playing, that is, I can't look that up. I didn't memorize it for this presentation. But here's another thing. I did take a look, and here's the promising thing. As far as I'm concerned, for purposes of the game and the playthrough, any place where we have landed at once counts as a star system that would know we're there. Maybe with the exception of Wyoming, because it only has a caveat, so maybe we've been there. But what the heck, let's do it. So we started in Texas. We've been down to rock farming in Kansas. That's 3. We're in Eureka. That's 4 systems. There's 40 systems on this map. 40 star systems. We've landed in Missouri to look for components and different things and shop for that. That's 5. We've been to Colorado, the ice planet, New Mexico, their agricultural planet, for doing our initial cargo runs with our platypus to build up to buying the Foxbat. So that is, what, 7 systems now? We've been to Louisiana during our build-up phase with the platypus. That's 8. We got the Foxbat. That was 9. We've been to Montana. Now it gets a little harder to remember, a little crazier, but I was able to look it up on here on the map. Because if you've been someplace, it says last updated. Places you haven't been doesn't say anything, like Canterville, Supermax. Or the Caballeros never says anything when you were last there, doesn't matter. Anyway, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems, 6 systems to get us started. Then we added Eureka, Missouri. No, 6 systems to get us started. These Texas, Kansas, rock farming, New York, Colorado, Louisiana. Then we did Montana. That's 7. Now, after that, it gets a bit confusing, as I've said. Well, we've been to Thibodeau, we've been to Dante, so that's 8. We've been to Missouri, that's 9. Taggart, part of the main story, that's 10. Mississippi, part of the main story, that's 11. For our vat-grown tissue shipments, we've been to Harbinger, that's 12. Which would also put us, we haven't landed in Tennessee yet. We've been, for our human transplants thing, transplanting the plants that humans grow across the galaxy, we've been to Sweetland. I think we're up to 13 now. We've been to Dutch, 14. Anyway, we've been to 15 or 16 systems. About only 40% of Dodge. So there is not only a whole main story for all practical purposes to pursue. We have done nothing with Richter, which means we've done nothing with Orzu, and nothing with whoever they can direct us to. There's just the better part of a whole main story still. There's 60% of the galaxy to cover. We got a lot of good stuff we can do, a lot of adventure. So I wanted to go over that. I think it's neat that you can have the maximum ship in the game and still so much to do in the gaming universe. This is, they just gave you a lot of options and interesting creative options the devs did in developing this. It is really amazing. Now, as to the current situation that's going on here, we have our maximum ship. We're getting ready to go see Richter, but we've got the slight problem of we have a full cargo hold, just about full of illegal goods. Our reputation is leaning towards the pirates. We're no longer neutral. We are not at present, unless it's for a plot purpose, which actually most of the main characters in the main story live on, much like Spanner here, they're on independent worlds. But there's at least one plot point where you have to meet someone on a Commonwealth world, and you can do that, maybe more than once. I haven't memorized this game, indeed, until November. I hadn't played it in 7 months, February. But I just came up with some creative ideas on it. I tried, and it turned into ideas that could be put into video, and things I had never seen done before. Such as going from your starter ship to buying the ship you want to be the best ship in the game, and then outfitting it. So, this is where we're at. And, of course, we had to, because when we met Richter, he didn't seem very trustworthy. He's supposed to have a package, he doesn't. He says he can get the package, but it requires access codes he doesn't have, but he can access them as a member of the Brust family. There's a lot that man didn't have for a man who was supposed to be ready to go according to Orzu. And at that point, we had done, not main story missions, the game doesn't keep stats on that, but we had done, just as a heads up, a whopping 9 completed side missions. As of right now, we have done 56 completed side missions. So that was, and what we did when we met Richter is we hadn't bought an afterburner yet. We unwisely waited that long to not have one. And so we were able to tell them, no, we don't have one. If we'd had one, we would have disattached it from our ship and said, no, we don't have one on our ship. Either way, it has been 47 missions. That's where the calendar system begins. When did we tell Richter that we don't have an afterburner? And how long has he been waiting? And how long has he been wondering? This is an ongoing amusement of the game. How long has he been wondering? How are we surviving through the Dodge sector with all its tumultuousness and rivalries that sometimes boil over into shooting? How long, not to mention asteroids you can run into in asteroid fields and different things, how long have we been surviving in the Dodge sector without an afterburner? I've gone through 40% of it at that, if he's heard anything about our exploits. So, that's the calendar system we had to develop. And we had to develop that for a reason here, folks. Just take a look at the sector map again. Take a look at Texas, our initial starting system. Last updated 800 days ago. So, the calendar system is basically, instead of an actual calendar, day, month, year, month, day, year if you're European, I think, instead of something like day, month, year if you're European, month, day, year if you're American. Instead of something like that, it gives you, Austin is 800 days since we landed. Lubbock, 1,056 days, going to be more since they're Commonwealth and we're in with the pirates right now. Nacogdoches, an indie world, where we can still land besides, even though it's not a pirate world. 367 days, and Amarillo, 149 days. So how do you keep track of anything? So we came up with, when we pulled the wool over Richter's eyes about our afterburner status. Oh yeah, even though we landed there and when we met him without an afterburner, we probably could have afforded one at the time. We didn't bother to tell him that. Anyway, so that's been the most continuous joke. The other joke I wanted to indulge in, and I have in some playthroughs, which kind of gave me an idea to do this anyway, but it hasn't happened in this playthrough, was Seems every ship in this game, once you get a tractor beam, and if you have an afterburner, you can take a mission, go there, it's too hot and heavy in here, get at least one good, hightail it out of there, abandon the mission, and although you don't get paid by the person who commissioned the mission, you still get paid. You've been unreliable, you've lied to an organization, and you still get paid. You can't abandon main plot missions. That's why we've still got a little favor up there, but you can't abandon any other mission you take. Oh, and of course, the really awesome part is, as I've stated before in other videos, my coordination situation in life as a person with a mobility disability, many things I've worked to develop, and other skills I accidentally get into. Such as with this game, the whole abandoned mission thing. I cannot tell you the first few months I had this game, how many times I tried to abandon one mission and would abandon like 4 of them. And the problems that would cause. You have a bunch of goods, you're doing a source mission, and you're looking to make 83 grand, you accidentally cancel that, you make 10,000 on it. Oh yeah, that's a thrill a minute right there, or not. So it's been kind of joyous. I can finally abandon the mission I intend to. Except I haven't had a chance to this game. I keep succeeding at missions I take. Not on this playthrough. But I know this. I've flown this vehicle before, the Foxbat. There isn't I did the Coyote, the Dingo, I bought this game when it was new, so I've flown a few of these crap. None of them are invincible. We will eventually encounter a mission that I have to abandon. Hasn't happened yet, but it shall. Anyway, so my goal at this point, we can't do how many missions can you abandon and still make money and still wind up with your Foxbat maxing it out. Hasn't happened, did have to abandon a mission. But I guarantee you, if we will be taking side missions during the story missions, there will be a mission that I have to abandon before we get through with the main story. At least one. The question is, how many can you fail, still make money, and still progress in the main story? And afford repairs, afford to be able to, you gotta make money. You have to afford repairs to your ship occasionally. Even with a repair bot, there's a couple things it won't repair. We've got one of those on our ship. And, of course, you have to replace missiles every now and then. So, that's just how that goes. And we'll see if I get to do this silly abandoned mission thing or not. And so that's where we're at. And, oh yes, obviously, since we've got all this contraband, black market installations are too far away, but we got black market times 2 with access to Red Devil installation, so we're going to be heading off to Taggart to sell our stuff. It's an SOS journey. Anyway, and after we do that, we will be going to finally see Richter. What did I say it was? 47 missions later, we'll finally be going to see Richter and admit that we have an afterburner and we're all ready to go. He'll have to see it when he flies with us. We're no longer flying a garbage truck platypus, as Juno called it, more or less. We'll be flying a Foxbat, all kitted out, best ship in the game. He'll just have to deal with the disappointment when we go on his quest, or the surprise. Anyway, so off we go. And actually, this video here is going to be, well, it's going to be in the main story series. So this is the first of the third playlist for this playthrough. So for those of you catching up, the Commonwealth tends towards democracy, but they have universally outlawed on their worlds, all of the bootleg items in the game. Independent worlds, they may buy some of it, but not all of it, and the pirates will buy anything from anywhere. But and the black market worlds will buy anything from anywhere, but the Commonwealth, they have all these laws, and I've made political jokes about their, since they encourage democracy, about the Commonwealth Congress. So you might have missed that if you're just starting to watch now. And I can see why. It takes a while to this shipbuilding thing. You watch other games of shipbuilding. Anything from Space Rangers 2 to that game that came out last year with that exploratory, can't remember the name of it because I'm too into this game right now. That exploration game from Bethesda last year that came out, space game. Yeah, it has a lot of shipbuilding in it. And maybe you don't want to see that much of that, and that's kind of boring. So, yeah, I'd want to start watching a playthrough when they've got the best ship, or maybe just to keep it real short, when they've got the worst ship and see what they can do, or the worst and the best. That's the main reason I divided this up into 3, not to be too long and get past whatever viewer reviews this, what attention they want to give this. I don't want to tire out your patience. No reason to do that. This is supposed to be fun and laughs and giggles. So, off we go. Double checked here, right power settings. We got a full hull, so we're going to say no to receiving distress calls.
Autopilot disengaged by craft proximity.
And it's off to Taggart. I may have made jokes about there being a Taggart star system, but there being no Rosewood. Like the name was inspired by Beverly Hills Cop, but there's a Taggart. Why isn't there a Rosewood?
Destination
2 partner
reached.
cops in Beverly Hills Cop and Beverly Hills Cop 2. Anyway. And I think the latest Beverly Hills Cop that was on Netflix. So, you know. Just things to wonder about when you're doing a comedy video playthrough. And I know you're going to say, but the main story is serious. Shooter's on a revenge quest. Somebody killed her husband. Absolutely it is. But I decided, of course, the reason I'm doing this, besides helping people with disabilities and showing them you can use tools of the game to get around your limitations, like me using the fact the turret is in a sweet spot on this ship to help me with combat in this game, and even insisting on only the best missile launcher to help me with combat because I have trouble firing the guns. You know,
Craft
just to
entering
show
the
that
area.
if you have a mobility disability, born with it, or all of a sudden came into it, accident, whatever happened in your life, you may still be able to play live-action games. There's ways to do things. And you may use tools provided to your character, your party in the game,
By hostiles.
to help you to do things. Here's a regular pirate. With our pirate status, and that giving us the pirate bases, we have access to one particular gang called the Red Devils with our pirate status. So I'll shoot any pirate except the Red Devils.
I'm in some hot water here.
Unless the main story requires it.
I think we're clear.
Got it. Hold
Yes, we
full.
are, and now our hold is definitely full. More sails to the Red Devils. It is.
Destination reached.
Oh, for humor, I haven't found a Red Devil's base yet. I've only been on 2 of the 10 in this playthrough that sells deviled ham. Or deviled eggs. So, I don't know, trends change. Even people who call themselves devils change due to times. Just saying. Oh, and because of my sound system, when I play the music of this game, I have to talk over it. So most of these playthroughs most of these videos do not have the game's music on it. So I will sing occasionally while I'm doing different things. Sing partial lyrics to various songs, maybe mention artists, make up my own lyrics for what we're doing. Whatever comes to mind. Oh, and I keep changing the name of the ship. Usually the name of a company or organization, or I come up with something. And go with that for a while until I come up with the next idea to name the ship. I am trying to keep this light. Oh, And this game, if you're familiar with older games back in the day that had black market goods, they might come with a manual and descriptions of the black market goods, the name, what it is, why it's against the law. Oh, this game doesn't come with any of that. It comes with a picture, but even some of these pictures look harmless, so why is it illegal? So this is where I got into the whole political jokes thing. I mean, you know, you have two other alien races in this game, and one of them makes two kinds of whiskey, Grill Whiskey and Grill Blue Label. Humans make a weird whiskey. So, like, why couldn't humans specialize in other cultural things that people appreciate? And why are they illegal? Like human transplants. Would that be humans growing plants that can be transplanted across the stars and grow on many space stations and planets? And why would that be illegal? Who thought to do this? So, yes, these are some of the humor I've been adding into our little adventures here. Even though I haven't had the intended humor of abandoning a mission and making money from the abandoned mission yet. Alright, so off we go. We're not picking up a mission here because we got to go see Richter. We're just dropping off every single illegal sweet good we have, even ones they already produce. Which I generally try not. If a planet produces a good, I generally don't sell it back to them, but well, these are all the illegal goods anyway. I'm making an exception to my own rules here. Oh, and in the earlier videos, building the Foxbat, building up to getting the Foxbat, I did explain a lot, and I may go light on it this time. How to do things in the game, and why I'm doing it that way. Well, I've got the best ship in the game. I don't really need to explain so much anymore. So you can feel free to watch the other playlist if you want, to get some of that. If you want a little more seriousness and a little less humor, and a little less main story, because you've seen other people play through it. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, so we've got only one mission that should have defaulted to being our main mission. One thing about making a mission primary I like is it sets it, you launch your ship and you can go take a look in space and see where that's the direction to go towards that primary mission. I think it's a great navigation thing, keep you from getting lost. Anyway, obviously too, with me having humorous problems with some of the laws, I've done some smuggling, probably helped me to get this pirate rating. I've also done some destructive things. I hope all of it was YouTube worthy, maybe it wasn't. Or maybe it wasn't family friendly, but I hope it was. Anyway, so that's that. Won't be needing to do so much of that. Should be able to keep this pirate rating as long as I need to at this point, and then get neutral or pro-Commonwealth again at some point. But in the meantime, we got to go see Richter. Let's triple check this again. What is it? We've 56 missions? Yeah, 47 missions. We told him we didn't have an afterbirth. So we need to see him say, we survived this long, and now can we partner up and do our joint favor for our buddy Orzu, who gave us, Juno, the starting ship, and obviously has some relationship with Richter Brust. Oh, for those of you keeping score, our two best games, our guns, our flak cannon and our Gatling cannon, named the ship after that, both produced by Brust Arms, so they must be a major arms producer in this game. Wonder if the package has anything to do with Brust Arms. Anyway, oh, and Richter Brust, a member of the Brust family, as he called himself in introduction, has a brother. His brother is Xander Brust, the CEO of Brust Arms. So we'll see what we get into. And And yes, I played through this game before, played through parts of the storyline, played through the whole storyline once or only twice. It's hard to get through. But I'm obviously leaving a lot of surprises and a lot of things I'm not telling you. If you haven't watched it before or played through it yourself, I'm trying not to spoil surprises here.
Destination reached.
The main story will get you through the entire Dodge sector. Why we only and the economy is quite robust and can be used various ways, which is why we've only been through 40% of the Dodge sector. But we'll be going through the rest.
Missile inbound.
Time to get into it.
Pirates, but I do not want more illegal goods. No, thank you. Not right now.
Destination reached.
How do you become a pirate in this game? Well, one thing is you can take a Commonwealth mission, go after pirates, but pirates often have illegal goods.
Whoa, calm down there. I'm
that,
sure this is just a misunderstanding.
I'm afraid that just ain't in the cars today.
And then you end up with like Han Solo, sometimes legal, sometimes illegally.
That went better than expected.
Or any other adventure you can get that lived both ways, shall we say. Robin Hood, you name it. Silent Templar, former criminal turned virtuous person who uses his past to do good deeds and prevent crime. Bit of private detective and everything else, whatever you want to call it. So, that also partially explains why I work with the Red Devils occasionally, have a pro-pirate rating, and all this good jazz. Most of the game I was neutral, the pro-pirate rating is fairly recent, has some advantages, so yes, I want to keep it for a while. I want to pirate the pirate band-aid. I don't know what we're singing.
Missile inbound.
Shot on a cop. Can't come and want to shoot a cop. I just recognize that ship being near Falls Tyrone. Officer does, and I said I'm shooting it. My mistake. I told you this game would be a little... starting with having the best ship, these videos are going to be a little bit less about the process how to play the game, but a little more just having a good time. So I'm going to make original mistakes, like sometimes shoot a cop when I shouldn't. Not that you should ever do that. I mean, like, you get the idea. Since we're having a comic playthrough here. I know what you're saying. Piercing Smokey the Bandit. But the Bandit never shot
You've made a serious mistake,
justice.
citizen.
Different cops, different fictional setting. Different cops, different story. And we're still losing our one status even though we killed that one cop in Eureka. Don't know why, but that's okay. And I would go into wanted status, but that gets into how to play the game. I ain't doing that. I'm keeping this light. Want the stats versus pirate stats? Nah, I ain't getting into that complication. But I am getting to see a RICTER. Oh yeah, because I needed money for upgrades to build the best ship, get the best ship, the whole 9 yards. I've done very little gambling. Pool playing for parts, only did that 3-4 times for ship parts. Playing slots, playing poker. I had one memorable poker game here at Nacogdoches, and slots I played once or twice, probably off camera. So yes, I know this game has gambling games, so you can be like Starbuck in the original Battlestar Galactica, who had this gambling hobby and would often say, "I got myself a system." The game was designed for that kind of fun. But I just haven't done it that much. So I may do some of that now. May even do it on camera. You know, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I got the best ship. Lose a whole bunch of money, go out and earn it again? Shouldn't be any harm at this point. No delay in accomplishing goals. What the heck? But anyway, for now, let's go talk to Richter.
All right, I'm squared away. Can we get on with this?
Perfect. I've got a little software key I'll use to access a repeater while you watch my back. I broadcast a key, we get the codes, and then we'll have what we need to grab that package.
Right. Little man, I know a bullshitter when I meet him, and this whole planet of yours stinks. But Orzu did me a solid, so we're gonna do it. If it goes bad, though, you know whose ass I'm gonna kick.
Calm down, calm down. You'll see. It's gonna be smooth sailing.
Now we're just going to go straight to the smooth sailing mission. Again, no distress call jazz because, well, I would. I've had other ships, less than the best ship in other playthroughs, and to test out gear, absolutely. I'd want to get a distress call on the way to the smooth sailing mission, but no, I ain't got time for that. A lot of these, not all of them, but a lot of these main story missions, you're basically developing relationships, making friends, and doing favors for friends. So you don't get paid by them, so you have to find some way to get paid. You might take a mission from a missions board, going to the same area, coming back from the mission area which you're going on with a friend. You might salvage something at the mission site. You might steal something. But yeah, it's basically when you're doing a main story mission, how you get paid, if you get paid, is largely up to you. Just keep that in mind. And that, you could look at that as humorous. It's definitely a challenge, but it's okay. Because we sold off a bunch of stuff, so we're ready for the challenge. We gained at least 12 grand doing that. Oh, and by the way, the 14 grand we started this video with, after we bought a bountiful vista in pursuit of the shipyard and the great swarm launcher they've given us, or sold to us, we had 3,000 credits. So I made 11,000 credits because of Leeds, the lady who gave us the supply route to supply the shipyard with regular parts for repairs and stuff, and to sell. Anyway, the lady who supplies our ranch, my buddy Leeds, she helped me make money, and so has Spanner. So we gained 14,000 because of him. Just made another 11 or 12,000 because of the Red Devils. So we've already been paid. So we could even go without getting paid at this job without a money crisis. Anyway.
Craft entering the area.
Just saying.
Destination reached. Craft entering the area.
Richter, there's an awful lot of firepower around this thing.
Well, it is a brushed arms outfit. I mean, weapons kind of are our thing.
And these aren't gonna spin up and start tearing the shit out of us when we get within 1,000 meters?
No, the software key will keep it from reading as a hack. It should be just fine. I'm uploading the key now. This'll only take a minute.
With that little key uploading counter, isn't it going a bit like the,
Richter, that thing you said wouldn't happen is happening. I'm getting lit up out here. Why the hell aren't they shooting at you?
The TexCom relay.
Xander must have had him update the defensive software. That asshole. Your ship isn't on the wire list. Hang on, I can fix this. Damn, I can't shut down the turrets. Just dodge.
Just a stray thought.
Easy for you to say.
But not too much.
Hostile craft entering the area.
Who the hell are these guys?
Mercs. Just contractors. Xander keeps them on the payroll as muscle. Look, I've almost got the codes. Keep them distracted.
To get selected
Hurry up,
out,
damn it.
these trust perks have some serious firepower to take
This
you
is
out.
the end of the
They've got
road,
the
friend.
thinnest defenses in the game. They're so easy to kill. If you can get well in front of them, behind them, whatever, with enough firepower. So if you're wondering why am I taking out perks, I haven't fired a missile yet, it's gonna have a need or two.
Craft inbound.
All right, I got him. Let's get the hell out of here. We should split up. I'll meet you back at Nacogdoches.
And I guess I was right about this with all this firepower.
Objective complete.
I don't need to with all these turns, but we're almost done anyway at this point. So let's kill off the turrets at the signal repeater. You know, it's not enough to do whatever we're going to be doing with property. We might as well destroy some property defenses. I know it's like a guard dog. It's kind of like a family's guard dog, but you know. I've got a power center, so I gotta maintain a sufficiently bad reputation. Things you gotta do in life. When you play Juno Marquez. Alright, you're trying to keep that pirate princess name. Oh, and I have made jokes on other playthroughs. This didn't go on YouTube. Maybe I didn't. I have made jokes. We cannot use the exact name of this mission on YouTube that we're heading toward now. So that's when you put, what's a more accurate name? Just simply describes an animal. You rename this mission Jackass Kicking. And then you make jokes about, since the mission description has, let me pull this up for you. The mission description has something to do with Richter and his dubious schemes in the whole 9 yards. So, if you're going to make this mission Jackass Kicking, well, since I've done political jokes anyway, you then go into the amusing little facts that, you know, one of our Democratic Party presidents in the United States, one Andrew Jackson. His opponents like to call him a jackass. That's how the Democrats got that animal as their symbol. So, I've made jokes implying that there are still Democrats thousands of years in the future and man's out in space in the Dodge sector. And, you know, Richter just might be a registered Democrat. Just say it. And I'm not saying any rival party would physically kick a Democrat. But I'm just saying, you know, just straight thoughts there. Oh, and by the way, I've also taken the liberty, even though I am here in the USA and I am obviously American, frequently in this playthrough referring to my homeland as the not just the United States of America, the United States of Awesome. Anyway. Just some straight thoughts there about mission titles for you, and characters of the main story, and Richter Brust.
Destination reached.
Oh, and I have one other joke for you that's in the stats here before we get back to Richter. You are now entering.
Just to catch anybody up who's just now starting with this series by watching the main story. You can make comedy in this game. I bought a mining scanner, a mining laser, and you'll never guess how many asteroids I've mined. According to stats, exactly 1. I mean, that's like putting a little Highlander in there, the movie or the TV. There can be only one. Well, I could be a miner for only mining one asteroid. Even though, very recently, I finally have the coordination to do that easily. It's just, for the economics of what I've been doing in this game, it wasn't making me a lot of money. Other games, it makes a nice fortune for you. It can be fairly peaceable when it's an isolated part of space, make money, have fun. It ain't bad. But, just really didn't have the opportunity. I've still got the mining laser. And my scanner still has the mining, my subsystem still have the mining scanner. I could mine again before this story ends. You know what? Richter might provide me with an opportunity for that. I don't remember everything about the main story. But we'll go see what's up with Richter next. Here you go.
You remember what I said was going to happen if things went bad?
Now, hang on. We gotta agree on a definition of bad here. We got the codes, didn't we? I mean, in my book, that's a long way from bad.
Until I'm clear of this mess, I think I'm going to reserve judgment.
That's what I like to hear. Reason. The hard part is over. With these codes, that transfer is gonna be easy. There's no slack in the rope.
Look, it's obvious you and your brother have a thing going on between you, and now his back is going to be up. What's to say he doesn't change the codes over?
This is a big organization. My brother doesn't have time to mess with these sorts of minor inconveniences. He leaves that to the little people.
And you don't think the little people would do the same thing?
The repeater serves a whole shipping fleet, and there's subcontractors and subcontractors of subcontractors who this stuff is distributed to. You can't just flip a switch and restructure all your shipping communications. Trust me, we've got time.
Fine. So let's just get it over with then.
All right then. So, the shipment we need to sidetrack is going to be headed for Lubbock out of Austin. I'm going to mark an intercept point for you, and we'll meet up there. I'll broadcast the codes and make sure things go smooth. All you have to do is watch out for any trouble and take delivery of the cargo. It's going to be easy as pie.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, I'll meet you out there. And you just remember whose ass is on the line.
Oh, since we are doing the main story, and it is serious, but the quality thing about the main story, and that makes it so enjoyable and replayable, and parts of it replayable, is this. This main story is always man against himself or two friends against whatever, against themselves, so to speak. When we met Richter back in the first ship playlist, he said, there ain't going to be no hijacking. I'll get the codes, this, that, and the other. This sounds like we're going out to do hijacking, to hijack some goods, steal some goods. Maybe not destroy ships, but definitely get them to kick some goods out the cargo bay, and we're going to be requisitioning it. Midnight, space-time requisition, whatever, since it's always dark in space, it might as well always be midnight. So, obviously, this mission has not met Richter's ideals or expectations, or maybe Juno's, or won't. So that's just part of this game. But here's the thing that makes you, I don't know, I think you meet 6, 8, 10, a dozen people in the main story. I don't know, they just have unique personalities, they're all enjoyable to meet. Maybe like Richter, you wouldn't want to necessarily know him in real life, but it's just he's an enjoyable part of the story. So, and if Richter ain't the person you want to meet, maybe this guy called the Catholic is, but that's for way later on. Anyway, so that's just something just to leave with you. And it's neat to add humorous things in the way you're playing out the story to run alongside the main story, which is really what I've been up to so far in this game. In the two lists before the first ship phase and the building the Foxbat out phase, I made enough jokes, had a good time, still having a good time. So that ain't bad. That may be why I'm gonna finish this video shortly, and it wouldn't seem Rebel Galaxy Outlaw would be a December playlist upload. I may wait till January, or after Christmas season, or I may wait Or I may upload it right away. I haven't made up my mind yet. If I wait till January, obviously, I've got to do something. There's got to be an intro video to all this where you actually get to see my mug, and then I may go ahead and explain why I waited till January or something. We'll see. Obviously, this being a real-time game, I have sometimes stated intents to do things just playing this out, and then did the opposite. Like I was going at one point to, I think, upgrade my armor, the highest level of armor in the game, and then on my ship, and then instead I bought the highest level of radar. You know, just zany things can happen. It's okay. That's what makes this game so much fun, even though it's like 5 years old. And I got my two main guns, the flak gun and Gatling well, by good luck, happenstance, accident, fortuitous accident. That's not usually the way you get to any sort of max gun configuration in this game, but it was fun. So now off we go to finish this job and see if it does involve hijacking. Hey, it's called hijacking, so that's what everybody's expecting at this point.
Autopilot disengaged by hostiles.
What? I don't even have distress signal on. You can't use the targeting mode, besides to figure out which one of the group to go after, find out if there's a bounty, find out if they're carrying anything you might want. Or if you just want to shoot at them, hopefully, you know, the pilot ejects and you get him as a prisoner, sell him off, or rescue him as a merchant or a lawman. So if you want to either play Dial H the hero, or play,
Looks like that's safely in the hold.
some sort of return to prison mode, that's always an option.
This is some bullshit right here.
I think that's the last of them.
And right there is intentionally just letting your
Fly
turret
safe, friend.
use the aim assist, auto track the target, let the turret, particularly on the second ship there, shoot up the opponent for you. It's an option. If your ship has turrets, and if they're in a place where you
Destination reached.
find you need to shoot at targets with those turrets.
Craft entering the area.
All right, this is the spot. They ought to pass through here any minute. You just hang back while I broadcast the codes and work the old Richter charm, and then we can be on our way.
You'll forgive me if I'm a little pessimistic.
Craft entering the area.
There they are. Watch the master work.
Unidentified craft, this is Brust Arms Hauler T-78 en route to Lubbock. Please maintain a safe distance.
Oh, come on.
T-78, good to see you. This is Richter Brust. Looks like we have a misshipment included in your manifest, and I'm here to correct the error.
Mr. Brust. Sir, is there any auth code for this transfer? We don't have any record of it.
Wanted level cleared.
Broadcasting now. The package identifier is, let's see, MKJ47. Everything should be in order.
One moment while we verify that code.
I got a bad bad feeling about this.
Mr. Brust, we've got a negative response on that auth code, and an addendum that reads, under no circumstances are you to grant any requests made by Richter Brust.
Why, that son of a... Is that for my damn brother? Listen, this is just a miscommunication. I've got the codes.
I repeat, the auth code is denied. Mr. Brust, please give way and let us pass on by.
Well, what now, genius?
We're only gonna get one shot at this. Listen, I hate to say this, but you're gonna have to scare it out of him.
What? This is your party. You do it. The last thing I need is a bounty on my head. I don't have a rich big brother to buy it out.
Look, I need the plausible deniability on my black box. This is my family company. I can't be firing on one of the freighters.
You son of a bitch. I should have let Orzu keep his damn ship. Listen, T-78, I don't want to have to do this. I need you to eject that requested package and move along. I can't let you leave without it.
Negative, unidentified craft. Be advised we are contacting combat support. Aggression against this vessel will be met with force.
Damn, that means mercenaries. You're gonna have to get a move on.
Well, shit.
Craft
T-78,
inside
I
the
say
area.
again, eject that package. Neither of us wants this to go any further.
Combat support inbound.
Hostile craft inbound.
Shit!
Oh, he's heavy firepower. Then defense mercs like 3
Looks
of them.
like we're in the clear.
Greetings, Juno. I'm very pleased with the progress here at Bountiful Vista, but I can't help thinking we could liven the place up a bit. When you have a moment to discuss it, I'd love to lay out my ideas for you.
All right, Spanner. I'll see if I can drop by.
Hold your fire! Hold your fire! We will comply!
Come on now, scoop it up and let's get the hell out of here.
Not the transport, we need the cargo container. There we go, there's one of them.
Craft inbound.
How's things on your end?
There we go. Got it. What the hell's in this thing? Gotcha.
All right, we'll meet at the same spot. Until then, fly quiet like.
Asshole.
Objective complete. Craft inbound.
There it is, same title for same mission or new mission as the old one. The jackass strikes again.
Autopilot disengaged by craft proximity. Destination reached.
Docking request received.
All right, I know what you're gonna say, but all's well that ends well.
Right. It's a real mystery that you aren't the CEO, Richter. A real mystery.
That's what I've been saying.
So, that package has taken up room in my cargo hold. Where am I dropping this off?
Orzu's casino is in the Nevada system. Just skedaddle on over there, kick it out the back, and it's out of your hair.
I wish I could say it's been a pleasure.
Oh, come on now. You love my roguish charm. I gotta say, you're good in a scrap, and I'm not a bad guy to know. I know you're trying to fix up that hunk of junk. Tell you what, if I hear of anything you might be interested in, I'll let you know. There could be some credits in it.
Uh-huh. See you around, Richter.
Alright, so we have Richter as a buddy character now. We can call on him and he will assist us with some missions, usually non-story missions, and that can come in handy. We'll have a number of these as we go through the main story. So we have done the package pickup that Richter wanted to help us with. Next video, when I get back, next video we're going to drop the package off to Orzu and probably make a detour to a Red Devil base to sell the explosives we picked up in this job. And I like the explosive things. There's jokes to make about that too, that particular illegal item. Anyway, catch you later. Thanks for watching, and it's Christmas season, so Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah if you're Jewish, and all kinds of good things. And whatever your winter festive holiday is, maybe prayerful holiday is. Have a merry one and a good one. And enjoy this. Bye.